What is going on, All-Terrain Nation? Today on the show, we're taking a look at the old Ford Bronco. If you guys are new to the channel, I have a 2021 Ford Bronco Bandlands with the Sasquatch package, and as you can see, we've added a few modifications to this thing. But today, modification I want to talk about is the AWE exhaust that we've added to this thing. We went with a the off-road trim of the exhaust. Kind of want to show you this and talk about it and let you listen to it a little bit, and then we'll just go from there. So let's do this right now. All right, so we are under the Bronco, as it were, and as you can see, look at that big exhaust tip up there. And one of the pluses that I liked about this that other companies don't really offer right now is they're doing a kind of an off-road trim, and as you can see, they've got this extra ring around it to help protect the exhaust, and that is a big plus for me. For one, I wanted this to be tucked up as high as possible anyways, and there's a couple minuses to that. Well, one minus to that. But ultimately, I wanted this thing so when we're rock crawling, if we go to Moab or Windrock here, what we like to do, we're not beating the piss out of our exhaust. And that was the #1 reason why I wanted this. Now, there's a secondary reason about it, and that's the sound, which I like the sound of it, and we will get into that in just a minute. But as you can see, I didn't want to do a review quickly on this thing where it was just like, well, here it is, you know, it sounds great, this and that. I wanted you to see, it's been under the truck for about, I want to say probably 3 months now, maybe 2 months. And it's changed colors a little bit. It's gotten dirty, and but let's look over here because there's some more cool things about this exhaust. All right, as you can see right here, look at that thing. I'm not going to go into great details about it. There's plenty of people that have done builds on this thing, but as you can see, it's kind of patinaed a little bit. It's been under the truck. It's gotten hot, but overall, the installation of this thing was pretty nice. I cannot complain about that at all. I do like that it's hard to show this on video, but it is still kind of tucked up higher than the skid plate there for the gas, which is a big plus to me. And overall, the installation of this was pretty easy, and it sounds great. And speaking of that, let's get into the sound of this thing, and we'll go from there. We'll double click it, and let's hear it. Start this thing up. Now you can hear it. It's warmed up slightly. All right, so you can hear the engine die down there just a little bit. But that's all well and good. But we want to hear it go down the road, so let's do that. All right, so this is just going 30 miles an hour down the neighborhood. Got a loose screw on my rack back there. I gotta tighten down, so you'll hear that just a little bit. But don't worry about the rack right now. We're here to hear a killer exhaust. Now this is doing about 40 miles an hour down the road. Once again, it's in overdrive. You're not going to hear it like really get down and get dirty. Now let's get in it. There, we jumped up to 65. Of course, it shifted. Now we're at a red light. Can't hear it at all. We'll take off normal speed. Kelly's big on, she doesn't want a loud exhaust, and honestly this it's a little louder, I would say, than the factory exhaust. You hear a little bit more of the grr to it, but it's honestly not bad. We've taken this thing, I've done a couple thousand miles with it up to Michigan and back. Didn't bother me at all, not a lot of drone to it at all. Maybe because I do a lot of off-road stuff that I'm desensitized to it, but I don't think it's bad at all. This is 46 miles an hour, like you'd be driving through town. All right, one thing I have to say that I did was I melted the plastics here. I don't know if you can see that or not. But yes, the I didn't have the exhaust turned exactly going down, and well, that was one of the bummers from this. Was, as you can see, the hot air was blowing into that, and well, yeah, bad on me. Now this is a off-road use, you know, they claim it's off-road use only. I have zero issues with it, and honestly that ultimately doesn't bother me at all. But I can feel it's warm, so if you do want to use this exclusively in the off-road mode, just be aware that you could melt some plastics there. All right, I gotta rip this thing again. It sounds so good, man, and it's just not like, I'm in a soft top Bronco. This isn't like you know, it's not as loud as you would think it'd be, but yet it just sounds good. And I think this sounds just like the Raptor. And Raptor guy, don't be mad. Don't be mad. You know, the $1,000 or whatever I spent on this muffler per your 75. I still think this sounds just like that. I think it sounds good. And till we get a Raptor in the driveway, how will we really know? Well, maybe that'll happen sooner than you think. All right, so let's one more rip. Like I said, sounds great to me. It's not in your face. I know, you know, Kelly likes a quiet car. Obviously, I wanted just a little bit of oomph to it. Plus, there is some benefits. Now, most exhaust companies will tell you there's like a 7 to 10 horsepower gain on it. Is there on that? I'm not taking this thing to the dyno. I really don't care, honestly. It was more about the sound of it to me, and I'm very, very happy with the sound of this thing. In the comments, though, let me know what you think. Are you interested in this exhaust? Obviously, there's a link below if you want to buy it. It's not a sponsorship link. I don't get anything from it. It's just my honest review of this vehicle, and I want you guys to know about it. So, whether it be two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, this Bronco that I own that I love to drive, especially now with this exhaust, this is your All Terrain Nation, and we're out. Peace, everybody. Love y'all.